Bitterly cold weather is being experienced in some parts of the country. Why? Let's get some answers. SABC meteorologist Phemelo Zonke joins us now live via Zoom. Phemelo, tell us more. We've been freezing here in Gauteng. I know we're getting reports in other parts as well, KwaZulu-Natal in particular. So these atmospheric conditions seemingly ideal for some snowfall.
Yes, definitely, Blaine. It is hopefully the last kicks of a dying horse. It has been freezing. I think people were complaining, no, I thought winter is gone. What's going on, And we keep telling the public that always remember that August is a winter month. We're still expecting cold conditions. So we had a very well-developed cold front that moved through this week. So that came with some enough instability. Temperatures were below freezing in the places where we actually managed to get disruptive snowfall. Yeah. So we had reports from the Western Cape, Eastern Cape, in places as well in KwaZulu-Natal.
Yeah, talk to us about this disruptive snowfall and certain warnings in terms of, icy conditions, slippery roads, etc.
Yes, definitely. I think one of the things to remember, in a case where you do have snowfall, you cannot be driving. It's not business as usual. We always say people do take caution. The roads are slippery. Visibility can be reduced in certain areas, particularly if it's coupled with heavy rainfall, which we saw over part of the Western Cape. But luckily, the system has moved through. We only experiencing now today the cold that has been left over the country. So temperatures are still improving, but struggling slightly, just leaving partly cloudy skies over the northeastern parts of the country. Those visuals that you see is what we had yesterday, where it was bitterly cold. The atmosphere was perfect for conditions of snowfall. So lots of pictures coming through the Western Cape there, next to the series plantations there, where we saw quite a lot of snow that fell. Also Sutherland, I think Sutherland at some stage had a maximum temperature of 4 degrees. Can you imagine, Blaine? I think for us here in Johannesburg, we don't know those temperatures, and I'm happy that we don't.
No, it is very, very cold, and beautiful pictures. Looks like a winter wonderland. Areas blanketed with snow, but certain parts can be dangerous, isn't it?
It is. It's dangerous for life, for humans. We always talk to livestock farmers as well for crop. Can you imagine a farmer losing all their crop or their Angora goats during this time? Financially, for our well-being as well, it's always a concern when we have a system that comes through with this type of weather.
Right. What about rainfall? Significant rainfall expected?
Not at this stage. So most of, because the system has cleared, the significant rainfall that we did have, it fell mostly over the Western Cape, but that has since cleared. So it's mostly clear skies. Yes, the ground is still saturated in some places, which is a good thing that we don't get rainfall immediately after we've had such a system. Yes, the picture that you're seeing today, seeing those clear skies, still cold, yes, but we're not expecting any precipitation over the central and also the western parts of the country. Just some light rainfall along the northern coastline of KwaZulu-Natal, and that's going to clear up this afternoon.
You mentioned this was the last kicks. With regards to the forecast for the month ahead, what can we look forward to?
Yeah, hopefully the last kicks. We do have a cold front actually moving through tomorrow, but mostly seeing the Western Cape, Eastern Cape, so more the coastal regions that are going to be affected by it. So it's going to move through, bringing some isolated showers and rain. So we're looking at about 30 to 60% chance over the western parts of the Western Cape tomorrow. And then that band on Tuesday, because the cold front will be slipping south, then we're going to get some moisture pushed in along the coastal regions of the Western Cape, Eastern Cape, all the way through to KwaZulu-Natal. They might as well get some showers and rain. But at this stage, the central northern parts of the country, more seeing a temperature difference. It can become slightly cold in places, but for us here, I think we've seen the worst of it. Hopefully nothing comes through that's too strong. I think people now want to move into spring and start experiencing a bit of warmer conditions.
Yeah. Just before I let you go, Phemelo, I'm looking at reports of Hurricane Ida in the United States barreling towards the U.S. Gulf Coast. What more are we learning about this hurricane?
Blaine, it is such a well-developed hurricane. As it moved over the Gulf of Mexico, now you can imagine, if I can just quickly explain to you how they form. We need warm sea surface temperatures. We need a disturbance or a cyclone, or rather a low that is already present. So it was well-developed. It was a Category 2. Then it moved over a warm sea surface temperatures. Now, that actually grows the storm in its magnitude, in how strong it is, or how dangerous it can be. I mean, we're expecting storm winds to reach over 200 kilometers per hour. I think if you can imagine how immense this system is going to be. So when it does make landfall, which we are expecting it to make landfall, it's early hours in Louisiana. So Louisiana, Mississippi, they are going to get they'll be in the storm track. It's going to be devastating. They've already started evacuating people. There's going to be storm surge. There's going to be water bucketing down as well. Those strong winds that are going to cause damage along those coastal regions as it moves into the interior. So it's really unfortunate, and I really pray and hope the people there have managed to get out and are safe.
Yeah, they were predicting that when it makes landfall, it will be a Category 4. We all remember Katrina. We just pray for the people's safety in that part of the world. Phemelo Zonke, thank you very much indeed for your time and your insight. Be well.
Thank you, Blaine. Stay well.
All right, that was Phemelo, our SABC News meteorologist.